Here we are with the penultimate race in the Chasing Classics Series from ECRO Chasing Wallonne. 4 laps of the Loch Loop, 32 kilometres and 280 metres of climbing. Let's see how we get on. Stop. This isn't one of those Zwift racing videos where you now need to scroll all the way through the timeline and find the interesting bits. I'm going to do that for you. We'll take the next break at a point whereabouts one of the A-class riders teaches us all what it means to make a break. This is where it starts to get interesting. Look at this guy go through here, Morten Christian. What he's done is he's used the draft from within the pack to catapult him to the front, and you can see that he's put some power down and he's now creating quite a gap. So he's already up to 1 second ahead of us, as you can see, ringed by the red circle. And this gap keeps on growing and keeps on growing. So keep an eye on the power figures and you'll see what happens. Essentially, the pack now thinks he's 3 seconds ahead, we need to respond, so the chase is on. He's still keeping some power on at the front. He's an A rider, so obviously got plenty in his legs, and the pack is now giving chase, and you can see that all of the power outputs have gone up. This, I don't think, was actually a genuine attempt to break away at this point in the race. I think this is what I would call a test break, whereabouts a rider pushes the pack, basically forces the pack to respond and catch him up, and then that starts to burn the energy out of all the rest of the riders while they start to pull him back. And you'll see in only a few seconds that actually everybody's watts are all up at 300, 400, 500 watts, and his at the bottom starts to drop back as we start to rein him back in. I'll fast forward for a couple of seconds and we'll see how this transpired. And as you can see, the pack's now pulled him back, but it's been 1.5 kilometres of burning legs, and you can see, I don't think this is any happy accident. Morten Christian eventually finished 3rd out of the A group riders. Okay, let's move it forwards and get to the next interesting part of the race. Three out of 4 laps in, breakaway break coming up, you know what's going to happen, and it does. The pack starts to get broken. So we can see most of the A riders going off the front now, and actually, honestly, I think as a B rider you're expecting it in a mass start, but even so, even putting down over 500 watts, I just can't keep with the front of the pack. So let's see how this transpires. Well, it's been a bit lonely for the last few kilometres, but you remember the guy that I pointed out earlier who went past me and then I went back past him? Well, he's now caught me back up again, and this now becomes a 2-horse race, 2-rider race I guess you could say, to the finish. Let's see who plays it better than the other rider and conserves their energy. Frustrating sometimes, this game. I know when I'm doing things wrong, and yet I don't seem to be able to do anything about it, whereas Kasugi-san, who is now happily about to pull away from me on the final climb as we approach the finishing line, has played it much smarter than I have. Most of the time since he caught me up, I've been pulling in front, burning more watts, and he's been much smarter and much cleverer, so fair dues to him. And even though I have a little bit of a push now, as you can see, and try to put down some watts, I think you can see by the look on my face that this is probably my final effort before, as you will see in a moment, Kasugi-san basically shows me his heels. Well done you, fantastic racing, very impressed, and I've still got lessons to learn.
Well, just got my breath back, most of it at least. So 7th, pretty pleased with that. I just couldn't catch up to Kasugi-san. He had too many legs on that last hill. And then essentially the race was won and lost on the 3rd lap. And some of the A's, and as you can see, 5 of the B's. Managed to stay with the A's, which is an incredible effort. Well, it's a familiar story, isn't it? Loads of red. Some fairly decent peak powers there. And then if we look at critical power, again, it's borderline, you know, at that 5-minute mark. And then as we get to 30 minutes. Yeah, I think honestly, I did ECRO on Sunday. I did Z Racing April on Monday. I did the Swift Racing League final last night, and then this is 4th day on the run in pretty big races, and I think my legs were feeling it. So I'll have to do something easy, I think, between now and the next ECRO on Sunday. I hope you all enjoyed it, as always. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye now.